the cloud. Hello. Yes, we're recording. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed episode 1 and 2. If you haven't, you must go and check those out. I will probably drop the link in the comments, and I'm sure Danielle will do the same for where we've put or saved episodes 1 and 2. We have no idea what. We have no idea what this actually is yet. We were just talking about potential names. My name is Kym. This is the beautiful Danielle. We are two beautiful friends that work in the online space together. And we just found that we really vibed off each other. And we love talking, sometimes for too long. And we thought we need to share this. We need to share our love. We need to share our stories. We need to spread light on topics that sometimes are a bit difficult to talk about. Of course, we'll be talking about our online businesses as well. If you are keen to learn more, just reach out to either of us. And yeah, today, and what we do with our episodes is we just have a tag, just a tag word, and we're just going to delve into that and what that looks like. And today we're talking about riches. Riches as in money. Yes, a lot of people don't like to talk about money. Riches as in life, as in your mental wellness, and bringing riches to others. That's the plan for today. We are going to try, our first 2 episodes were 30 minutes. We're going to try and bring it down to 20, but we do talk a lot, so we could be here a little while. Anyway, I'm going to start, and we're going to start talking about a topic that sometimes people find really hard to talk about, and that is money. So riches as in money riches.
Money.
Show me the money. Riches as in money. And I find, I don't know about you, Danielle or those watching or listening, a lot of people have a lot of stigma around money, around being wealthy, about being rich. I'm putting it in quotation marks. They expect that, I've made a 6-figure salary, this month. Well, then you must drive a Porsche and you must have a big fancy castle and you must have servants and that's actually not the case. A lot of those within our community and that are in the online space, yes, obviously financial freedom is our end goal, but that doesn't then translate to what you imagine someone being rich is.
Yeah.
For me, we have a beautiful, really little quaint 2-acre property just out of Brisbane. I'm not going to sell it and go and buy a mansion in the city. This is our life and this is what we love. So, but being rich for us, looks different to how others imagine it looks. Then that's without even delving down into actually talking about money. When I talk to those that potentially aren't in the business, or have the capped income of a 9 to 5, you say, I made this much money this month. Oh, don't talk about that. I'm not telling you my salary. It's just so, I don't know what I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know. Yeah, people just don't want to talk about it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's almost like we tend to sort of, it's really interesting. Like I've had a lot of people come in and ask me the questions, well, how much do you earn online? I was like, really? Do we ask Joe down the road at the local grocery shop how much he earns a year? Or is he consistently bringing in $10,000 months? Is he consistently bringing in $20,000 months? First off, I'm going to say it's actually really quite rude. I think it's rude because everyday normal people, we don't go around asking people how much they earn for a start. But I will also mention, Kimmy, like when I was growing up, money for me was very scarce. Money was very, it was almost like a really 5-lettered word that we dare not speak, because we were always on the path of struggle. Mum was always shoveling from one to the other to make ends meet. Now, it's not to say that I don't appreciate my parents. They worked really hard for what they provided me with, and I'm very, very grateful for that. But my relationship with money wasn't healthy. And it was because, unfortunately, my parents didn't have a healthy relationship with it either. And not to mention, you know, my father had alcohol addiction, he was gambling, he was, you know, any money that was coming home was very quickly scattered out to the things that mattered to him: food, rent, you know, everything that I was needed was provided for, but there was no money to play with. We didn't go on holidays. And so money was just it was a very, shh, don't talk about money. You know, it wasn't evil, but she was definitely, I didn't even know until I came into this space that money is actually an energy. And I understand now that no wonder she didn't want to hang out at my house. You know, we didn't treat her very nicely. You know, we would always, my grandmother, oh my God, my grandmother used to come in, she'd give me $5 and she'd be like, shh, don't tell your grandfather. And he'd come and give me $5, shh, don't tell your grandmother, like, or your grandfather. Like, it was one of those things. So for money, for me, was always seen as very low vibe, very scarce. It was wherever I could find it. And whenever I found it, I just let loose with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I've got this money, great. And I just spend it.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to invest it, didn't know how to share, to save it. Yeah, so interesting.
And I think that leads really well into the other thing that we wanted to dive into, which was around, you know, your richness, as in, you know, the richness in you as a human, your physical and your mental well-being. And like what you said, you know, people's relationship with money often is strained, maybe is a good word for it. Like you said, it's taboo. It's, you know, don't talk about it. You get it and that's it. I think our business model and our community really, it's a huge journey of self-reflection and empowerment in regards to money.
Yeah, absolutely. The mindset around the money beliefs and the patterns and the generational patterns that every single person on this planet have. But when you start to debunk it and when you start to really pull it apart and understand that money at the end of the day is actually nothing. It's nothing. It's us. We've actually made it a currency. We've made it an exchange for something. But it's just dollars and numbers on a computer screen. That's all it is. Energy, the energy around money is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I had to really learn all about that. The energetics of money is right there. This is what we get to learn in this space. And it's a beautiful thing to really uncover and learn about because, yeah, opened my mind to it so much.
And I think it brings real richness to your life because when you allow yourself, I guess the opportunity or whatever word you want to use, but the option to create that positive relationship with money, you know, I know for me, we sit down as a family every Thursday night. We have our family meeting. We sit down, it's just dinner. We sit down, and when we're having dinner, we're talking about next week. So we're doing our plan for the week, as in our meal planning and what activities we have. And we talk about budget. Yeah. And I really, it was such a negative conversation for so long. You know, we spent too much on this. We spent too much on this. You know, we didn't put enough away here. We didn't, you know, and I've really turned that conversation around because when you start thinking positively and change that mindset about money, you know, you create a better relationship in that space and a real richness in your life.
Love that. Yeah, so true. And I think that we tend to sort of really, because we are all very much money driven these days, you know, the language as well is very different. And when you have people that are in struggling or starvation mode, you know, they're not talking about money in a beautiful way. They're talking about it in a way that's, you know, obviously not serving them. So I haven't got the money. I can't afford this. Yeah. How am I going to invest into a business if I can't even rub $2 together? Well, I'll just have to say, for those are the ones that have been sitting in, having a look at this and maybe wondering, you know, how to get started. There's so many different ways. And that's the beautiful thing about that. But yeah, changing the dialogue about money, changing the way that we think about money. And yeah, it can really help. include the richness in your life in so many other different ways. Yeah.
And I think richness also, you know, going deeper than just money, richness is also about your physical and mental health as well. You know, allowing yourself, I think we spoke about it just before we started recording this, was about you know, eating the right food, listening to your body, hydrating yourself with the right kind of water, you know, the exercise, the, you know, the physical movement, you know, changes your perspective on life and how your day. I know for me, I went for my walk this morning. I have really been struggling through my postpartum journey, like looking at my body, and I know I'm not upset about what I see in the mirror as in my physical body. I know what it did. It grew a human, it pushed it out. It's the choices that I made that took it to where it is. But I challenged myself on the lead up to Christmas to walk I'm going to get this right, 5 times a day for 30 minutes, 5 times a week. I knew I was going to say day, 5 times a week for 30 minutes. And even just getting out there and getting those steps up, you know, I come home, have a shower, and it's like you've created the energy for the day. You've created that real richness in your life in that moment that you can take on whatever you set that task to for that day.
Yeah, I agree. It's beautiful. And I think when you actually give yourself that time to really look at yourself at a whole, you know, it's been proven. Going for walks every day, going for a swim in the ocean, taking your shoes off, getting into the grounding yourself in grass, like really getting connected to the most simplest, most beautiful things that we have to offer can add that beautiful layer of self richness within yourself, your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. There is so many beautiful benefits about that. And I know for myself, for the last few days, it was quite windy and a bit all over the shop, the weather was. So I wasn't doing my, you know, 5:30 walks in the morning. And God, it just really, you can tell, you can feel the difference. So for me, I get that. I totally get that, Kimmy. And I'm just going to say congratulations, babe, for showing up and doing it anyway, because it can get tough.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is what we're here to do, right? Is to show up for ourselves, regardless of whether or not we want to or not. But reaping all the benefits in so much more riches in our life. And that's what we're here to, share with you guys today. Please drop it in the comments today if there's anything that's like landing for you, if there's anything that might be feeling like, oh, you know what, I haven't actually done that for a while. Maybe it's time to do a little bit of self-love, you know, self-care. It's the littlest things. We don't need massive, big, luxury, although that sounds nice too, but luxe boujou things. If you feel like you're missing out on that, but you need that added layer of that to add the richness into your life, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear.
Love that so much. And I think that really leads us quite beautifully into the other final topic that we wanted to talk to about today. And we're doing well for time. We're at about 12 minutes, so we're doing really well. Was about, so within our business model and our community that we have in our high ticket affiliate marketing businesses is the opportunity to pour richness into other people's lives through empowering them, through supporting them, going on the journey with them, doing the training, doing the education together. It's such a beautiful opportunity. And I know it really shocked me when I first started. You know, I've been in the corporate world, on the corporate ladder for some time. And it's always been a competition. No matter what you do in your standard or your normal work, it's always a competition. You know, you're always, you know, a band behind someone or a salary range behind someone, or, you know, someone's maybe got a different experience to you or a different certificate to you. You know, it's always a challenge. I came into this business model and I remember my very, very first, we call them team huddles. So we kind of get together and just share information and thoughts. And someone said to us, they go, oh my God, this reel has just gone viral. And they explained exactly what the reel was, told us the hashtags they used, and they said, go and do it on your socials. And I kind of took a step back and I said, wait, you're giving me your content? And they were just so open with that. And I said, yes, it's been successful for me. Why would I not share it with you? At the end of the day, we're all in this together. Yeah. You know, I'm going to give you the roadmap to success. It's not, you're in, go and do it yourself.
Yeah.
There is a whole driver of community members, of leaders, education and training opportunities that sets you up for success. And that just shocked me. It absolutely shocked me. It still does every time I talk about it. And then I remember I went and created that particular reel that person had spoken about, and exactly the same. It went viral for me as well. And I went, oh my God. So then I shared it again. Don't forget, like I sent, it out to our little group chat, and I said, oh, try this. It really worked for me. And that's just really beautiful that it's not just, this community and this business model, of course, is about richness, as in creating financial freedom and richness within yourself, but it's also about richness in others.
100%, Kymmy. What I've noticed a lot in this particular space is that people that absolutely smashing, crushing 50K months, it's not about them anymore. It's about the people that they serve on a much, much bigger scale. And I'm just going to leave this with you, because what I found with our team that just went away to Sydney, we have this leader in our community who's been with the Magic for nearly 18 years. His name is Romy, and he is a Filipino, most humble man you will ever meet in your life. And he is at such a rank now that it's just ridiculous how much he is earning and how much commissions he's earning. But what he's been able to give back to his family and his community and his, like, culturally, he's built like 3 churches. He has built 5 houses for his family. He's actually helping the sex trafficking industry. Like, now to me, that is way, way bigger. Those visions and that impact, that has a generation impact. His township in the Philippines, I'm not sure exactly where it is, will never need to worry about where they're going to, have faith or share or pray or whatever it is that they do, because he's just built 3 bloody churches for them.
Yeah.
And yeah, that just blows me away. We've got so many people in the community that are going all out and, living off grid. They've decided that, they're going to build their own communities. It's next level. And so for me, the impact is real, really, to help other people to get out of the road of, struggling, really be in a place of abundance, because everybody needs it and we all deserve it, and we all don't need to live like that. There is so many other different doorways out there, and I'm so blessed, so blessed. Yeah.
I love that so much. You said it earlier about generational change. And I think that's something that, I can't speak for every single person in the business and what their aspirations are. But I know for me and the majority of us within our smaller team, it's about more than us. We're all looking outwards. We're all looking out at the opportunities, that the money and the freedom that we get. How can we then use that to give and to make generational change?
Yeah.
I know for me, a big part of my life growing up was all about volunteering and giving back and supporting my community. I had a child. I went back to work. We moved. We're now on a farm. My time is about this much now to do anything else. And what I had to give away was that opportunity, that thing that really lit me up and that I love so much. So I know that as a part of my business model, obviously the financial freedom and the time freedom and location freedom is really important to me and to my family. But deeper than that, it's going to give me back those opportunities to make serious change, to advocate, to, meet with some of the big wigs in politics and really start conversations again and be a part of that change is really, really important to me. And it's, really exciting to know that it's back on the horizon.
Oh, so exciting, babe. So exciting. It really is. I'm loving this topic. Maybe we need to do a part 2 on this.
Yes, we did say that, because we're going to try and bring it down, and we're almost at 20 minutes now, going to try and bring it down to 20 minutes. We might need to do part A and B because, some of these topics are really deep, like richness. you know, people assume straight away money, but there is so much more to having a rich and full life, you know. And that's what I love about these discussions and these episodes that we're doing. It gives us that opportunity to dive down deeper than that and have these beautiful conversations.
So true, babe. Yeah. So if anybody would love to drop in a comment right now and let us know again if this has, you know, what's your thoughts on richness? Like, we would love to know, you know, is it something that was a taboo? Was it spoken freely about? Or was it something like very similar to my story where money was, yeah, just not an option? You know, we weren't able to enjoy the fruits of the labor of money because, well, you know, she was very scarce. So let us know if you are able to share your story. We would love to know. This is what we're here to do. This is what we're all about. Open conversations about all the things, real life and business.
Love it so much. And also love to hear from you guys about your thoughts for the whole series. So this is episode 3. Please go back and watch episode 1 and 2. If you don't know who we are, I highly recommend episode 1 because we go into who we are.
Yeah.
And of course, we still are nameless. So
Yeah.
if you have any ideas for a name for our series, please drop it in the comments. Click like, please share. Anyone else who you think would really enjoy this discussion or this video, share it with them. We're here to share love and thoughts and spark conversation. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's really important to create safe spaces for people to talk about things. And I loved chatting with you today, D'neill. And everyone for watching. Thank you. We love you all dearly. We're going to leave it there because we are at 21 minutes. But that's okay. We did bring it down, which was really good. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you for your love and your support. Have an amazing day.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Love you. Mwah.